it continues. We're down here at Sip and Shop to end March 2026. A lot of different vendors down here at Murray's on Main on this Saturday, and you're a first timer down here, correct?
Yes, this is the first time I've been at Murray's.
Tell me about your business.
Well, I do sewing and machine embroidery work. I I like to upcycle denim, make bags. I do on paper towels, which are a real money saver. So a lot of sewing towels.
So you do a lot of different things.
Yes.
How many years have you been doing it?
Well, I've been sewing since I could sit up to my mother's sewing machine, but I've been doing the craft booth, since I retired in 2 years.
So how uncommon or common could it be for somebody to take advantage of your services, give you a call, say, hey, I need you to do something for me? Is that unique, or does that never happen?
Oh, no, that happens.
Okay, so give me an example of somebody might call you for what type of services might people be looking for? What can you help them with?
I can do. I don't really like to do. That wasn't very good. I can do just about anything that anybody wants me to make, sewing or machine embroidery. I don't do alterations.
So if it came up to you right now like I just did, and I would say, hey, I don't know anything about what you have, but I'm interested. What would you sell me on? What's the hot item? What do people really like about your business? And when they come up and say, if you're looking at the table here, what would jump out? What would you try to sell somebody on?
Actually, the on-paper towels right here. They're a great money saver. You use them...
Up here on top?
No, right here.
Okay.
Right here. These are the on-paper towels.
Okay.
You use them just like you would a regular paper towel. Wipe down the sink. I use them to do dishes with, napkins, anything. And you just wash and dry. And flannel naturally sticks to itself, so you can roll it up just like a paper towel and pull it off and use it.
Very unique. So what would that cost me?
One roll of 12 would be $20.
Okay.
And special, right now I have any 2 rolls, so 24 towels, plus a towel holder and a craft tube to roll it on for $50.
All right, so somebody's looking in right now that couldn't make it down to Murray's today for Sip and Shop, but they're very interested in this and a lot of other stuff that you may have. How do they get a hold of you? What's the best way to get a hold of you if they need more info?
Probably just to shoot me a text.
And how would they do that?
On my cell phone. Do you want my number?
Yeah.
608-343-9217. I don't have an Etsy shop. The reason I don't do that is I like to save people the money because they charge a lot of extra charges on that kind of shop. So.
Okay, take me back to day one when you start doing this. How did you come up with the idea to do what you're doing right now? How did you come up with the idea?
Probably need. It's, not only is it cost effective, it's good for the planet to not have so many paper towels in use. And how many times have you wiped your hands on a paper towel and thrown it away? It's not really dirty, it's just wet. I'm all for the reusable.
So very unique. How do you come up with the idea for the name for your business? How do you come up with that name?
It just speaks to who I am.
Okay.
Threads of my soul. I've been sewing since I was very little, so.
All right, you're at Murray's on Main today to end March. Do you do a lot of this stuff like this? Will people see you elsewhere? Do you do a lot of this in a typical year?
Yes, I'm at the farmer's market through the summer, and then I pick up some other craft shows like the American Legion, New Lisbon.
Okay, so the farmer's market here in Toma, you talking?
Yes.
Okay. So I was going to say I thought I'd seen you somewhere, so that would all come together.
Yep.
Okay, and that's just around the corner, obviously.
Yep. Pretty soon.
Hey, thank you for talking with me. I know you really didn't want to, but nobody wants to. Thank you for talking with me. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm just going to show you here some of the other products that she has down here. So all kinds of really neat stuff. So as you can see, all kinds of stuff we didn't show you before. So a lot of really neat stuff here. So check it out. All right, we're down here at Murray's on Main to end March. Another sip and shop going on. They have one in the fall, one in the spring, and this is Kim. Now, Kim, the main reason we're talking with you, since sip and shop has been going on since day one, it's a fundraiser for somebody, and it's a fundraiser today for somebody very special to you, right?
Yes, it's for my mother.
Tell me more. What?
So my mother recently was diagnosed with aggressive cancer,
Okay.
and she's had to go through clinical trials, and unfortunately her Medicare coverage doesn't cover what she needs to for medical costs. And then her husband passed away, unfortunately, which made things worse for her.
Wow. So does she know all this fundraiser going? Just out of curiosity, does she know this fundraiser is going on for her today?
Absolutely, she does. She was hoping to come. Unfortunately, her last chemo session, which is awesome, it's her last one, was yesterday, and she was too sick to attend.
Yeah. Okay, so you're down here today. How things been going for you today down here?
A little quiet, but there's been a lot of community support and a lot of great people showing up, and greatly appreciate it.
All right, let's talk about your product. If I came up to you and said I have no clue what you have, what would you try to sell me on?
I would tell you I have hair pieces made with piano wire, so they're perfect for thin or thick hair because they flex, they don't break, so then they'll fit any hair type, and you can do numerous hairstyles in 60 seconds.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, somebody
I
like
have one in today, look.
Yes, you do. Okay. But I mean, for the guys wouldn't do this stuff, right?
No.
Okay. So
No, but great gifts, great for Easter baskets.
yeah. So what's the hot item? Is there one of these that is a hot item that you can't keep enough in stock? If there's a lot of them to
Our number one
choose from.
seller is the colored ones. They're waterproof and they're rubber, so you can use them for UTV riding, horseback riding, swimming, and all sports, or going to the gym.
Wow. What would that cost me?
The little ones are $10, and the next size is $15.
All right, you're down at Murray's on Main. You're normally down here at these sip and shops. You're kind of a regular, aren't you?
I am. I've been doing it for 8 years.
All right, somebody looking in right now, they like your product, but they're not here, obviously. They're watching right now. How do they get a hold of you if they need more info?
They can definitely find me on Facebook under Kim Lenz. Otherwise, I do have business cards. We have it posted in Sip and Shop. I have in the event page from today, there's some of my ads of some of the stuff I'm selling. You can just click in it and message me.
So Facebook again is where? Where on Facebook would they find you?
Under the Sip and Shop event today from
Okay.
Murray's on Main. Yep.
Okay, now I'm assuming you do a lot of these in a typical year. How many of these do you do in a typical year?
I start and usually do 3 to 4 a month, starting in March and go all the way through till December.
And just out of curiosity, take me back to day one when you said, I'm going to do what I'm doing right now. How does the idea come about to do what you're doing right now?
So I found one of these at a vendor fair, just like what I'm at, and I tried it on and it's the only thing that'll fit my hair, and I thought, wow, if I'm the only one struggling, there's got to be other people.
Sure.
So I went out and bought some, and that way I can have as many as I want and share this so that other people can fix their struggle.
And the bottom line is your product is for really anybody of all ages, right? Age doesn't come into play at all.
Yep, my mother, even while battling cancer till she lost her hair, she's 79 and she still wears these.
Sure. Hey, thanks for talking with me. Hopefully we'll raise a lot of money for your mom today. Hey, and thank you for sharing the story. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by.
All right, we're down here at Sip and Shop in Murray's on Main to end March. Now, you've been here before, correct?
Yes, I have.
All right, I walk up to your table. I have no clue what you have to offer. What would you sell me on?
I do a lot of military fabric items, so I have all 5 services at this point.
Sure.
I have the Coast Guard, I have Air Force, Marine Corps, Army, and Navy. And I also follow that through with the pillows that I have over there on the other side.
We'll get a shot of those in a second. Okay.
Okay. And then I can do just about anything. I And then down here you'll
Yeah,
see more,
I was looking at these.
a little
yes.
more
Yeah.
military. My son is in the Army, so these are some of his old uniforms that he's served
Wow,
in.
very neat.
And I've made gnomes out of them. They actually are a door stop. You can put it in front of your door to hold your door open, or just for decorative. Set it on your table. I keep the pockets intact, so you can put your remote in there or hide a key
Sure.
or any of that kind of stuff. I upcycle denim, so you'll see all my denim stuff here primarily is upcycled denim. So all my gnomes and that kind of stuff.
Wow.
And then you just keep moving down the table. I do make memory bears.
Memory bears, that's cool. That's a good
So-
idea. Okay.
Memory bears, I can use military, I've used military uniforms, I've used people's clothes, can use just about anything. An old favorite blanket. I also do pillows, memory pillows, depending on what you want, or memory blankets. I make pin cushions. You don't
Yep.
find pin cushions very often
No, you don't.
anymore.
You're right. Yes, you don't. Yep.
I do have a few small children's aprons that were popular at Christmas time
Sure.
for the tots.
Sure.
So those are available. All of this stuff is available at any time. I do live out by Wyville. I have a Warren's address. I'm native to Toma.
So everything we've looked at so far, price-wise, what are we talking price-wise stuff we've looked at?
I start at $5 and I can go up to the larger quilts.
Okay.
I sell quilts for $300, so I have a wide price range.
All right, take me back to day one when you start doing this. How does the idea come about to say, hey, I want to do this?
I can give that to my grandparents, Sam and Agnes Baldwin, because they always did a lot of craft shows when I
Sure.
was growing up.
Sure.
So I actually, if you notice the rugs over on the end, when we
Yep.
get over that way,
Yep.
I have Sam Baldwin's bug loom that he always made rugs on. So it's kind of a hand-me-down type of thing. And then Grandma and Grandpa were always doing something while they were sitting in their chairs. So I learned to crochet, I quilt, the towels that are hanging there, my grandmother taught us how to do. So
it kind
I
of
grew up with it. It's a family
runs the
thing.
family, yeah. Let's something I just could walk over here. And okay, we got pillows here.
We got a few pillows. These again are upcycled pillows
Sure.
from denim. You
Yep.
put it on your sofa, put your
There you go.
remote in
There
there.
you go. I like that. Yep.
So, or you got a smaller one here.
Yep.
Depends on what you like.
Sure.
So I got them for the kiddos. I've got some embroidery work. These,
Could somebody come up to you and say, for example, I wanted something for Toma High School sports, or maybe a Green Bay Packer one? Do people request stuff, and can you make it for them?
oh yes, this lady right across the aisle here, I made her son's graduation quilt last year
Okay.
with his t-shirts.
So people can request stuff.
Oh yes,
Okay.
I do custom work.
All right, and we've got what else do we have over here? We've got
These
the towel.
here were found out in the village of Wyville. They're from the garage, but my husband's family was long out there.
Okay.
So we created these. We saw them on Facebook.
Sure.
Thought they were pretty
Sure.
cool. They'll hold a artificial candle. They're kind of heavy, so.
Yep.
But I've got towels for every season.
I see that.
So
Yep.
people that want to decorate the house. I got some
Yeah, you
for
really
the
have
holidays.
everything for everybody, don't you?
For camping. We even got for the pet lovers.
Sure, I can see that.
So everybody's got a different way of decorating their home.
And on the rack here, what do we have on this rack here
We've
now?
got fleece blankets and quilts on this rack. I've got quilts these are twin quilts here. I've got bigger fleece blankets there. Got them for everybody and anything. Got some ladybugs, got some choo-choo trains and cars. Handmade Afghan. Of course in Toma colors, as close as we could get.
So
Again
you make all this yourself?
yes sir.
Wow, okay. That's awesome.
This is what I do in the evening
Yeah, okay.
for something fun to do.
Okay,
So I got, again, all 5 services here.
sure.
They're generally cotton on one side and fleece on the other.
All right, so a lot of neat stuff to choose from for the people that are watching this that couldn't get down here today and they love your product, they need more info, how do they get a hold of you?
I do have a business card, just hang tight.
Okay, all righty. And that is
And they can follow my Facebook page.
it's that simple.
That simple. Phone number's on my Facebook page, and I do several shows around the
I
area.
was going to say,
All summer long.
yeah, I know you've come to this one all the time, but there's other places people might see you, right?
2 weeks I'll be in New Lisbon,
Okay,
and then Warren's Rummage Sale weekend I'll be at St. Matthew's Church for 3 days.
Sure.
And then we'll just go from there. I'll be at Wadashuta Days again in New
yeah,
Lisbon.
New Lisbon, of course, yeah.
And then it's just however my summer falls
Sure.
in line.
Hey,
Or they can call me anytime. I know where my stuff is, or if they see something they like, I can pull it out.
Hey, thanks for talking with me, I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
All right, Patty Kirky down here at Sip and Shop. There's always one in the fall, there's one in the spring, and this one, I guess we thought there'd be more people here today, right, Patty?
That's correct.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on in the area.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of stuff going on today. That's part of the problem. But for the people just joining us for the first time, take us back to day one. How did the idea to have a Sip and Shop now and one in the fall? How did that idea start, Patty?
I'm sorry, can you say that?
How did the idea start to do the Sip and Shop? One in the fall, one today. How did the idea start years ago?
Well, the very first one we had was in the fall, and that was for the teacher that had passed away, and we were starting with a book. Everybody donated books, and then we started with the fundraisers, so that could be a scholarship fund. So that one is a given every year. We always do it for the scholarship fund, and people thought that maybe we would like to do one in the spring. The vendors thought that. So we just started with one in the spring, and we always want to do a fundraiser in conjunction with that.
Yeah, and we talked earlier with Kim, and obviously it's for her mother this year, correct?
That's correct.
All right, there's a lot of walking around here. There's a lot of vendors that were here in the fall, but you also have some new vendors every year. So
Yes.
if somebody's looking in and they want to be a part of this, is there still room for them? How did they contact you, Patty, if they want to be, or how do they make that work?
They can contact myself or Kim Lenz, absolutely. Our fall one generally is set. We always only have a few open spots.
Yeah.
Spring one, it's a toss-up. Sometimes we have available tables, and sometimes we don't. But yeah, if you're interested, you should definitely contact one of us.
We should mention the one in the fall is ironically deer hunting weekend, so that brings in a lot of ladies, doesn't it?
It does, and then we also have 4 actual events going on, and we work in conjunction with each other, and you can win Toma bucks during that one. In the spring, it's just a single event, but we do have some wonderful raffle prizes, which of course all of the money will be donated to our recipient, Sandy Lenz, so that she can help with medical expenses.
All right, let's switch gears here for a second. I talked to somebody off camera, and I asked them, how do you decide each year, whether it's the fall or spring like right now, who the fundraiser is for? And I understand you're a part of that, so how do you make that decision, Patty? Do you make that decision yourself, who the fundraiser is going to be for? How does that all come together?
So the one in the fall is always the same thing. Brenda Soslinski, I believe was her
Okay, that
name.
doesn't change, correct?
That never changes. We always do a fundraiser for that scholarship fund. And the spring one, we just put out a few leads to different people and ask them if they know of anyone that is actually in need and that we could do a fundraiser for. And then there's several of us that generally collaborate and decide who we should do the fundraiser for.
So a year from now, when we're down here at Murray's for another Sip and Shop in the spring, it'll probably be in honor of somebody else, correct? We just don't know who right now.
Correct. it just depends upon who needs it at that time, and
Okay.
what occurs in their lives.
Hey, thank you for talking with me. Always a pleasure. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Tammy, we're going to make you the last one today. It wasn't by choice. Again, wasn't as busy down here as we thought it would be, but life goes on, right?
Right. Right.
All right, main concern that we want to talk about is you've got another event coming up you want to let people know about, correct?
Sure,
Tell us
I
about
do.
that for me.
Yep. So this is the Saturday of the weekend of Mother's Day. It's the Sip and Shop Spring Market over at the Holiday Lodge Resort, Double Barrel, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And there's going to be Bloody Marys, a mimosa bar. It's a fundraiser for the Caring Closet out of Toma, and also a diaper drive. So when I talked with Danielle over there, she was ecstatic they were able to do a fundraiser for her because she gives back to the community. And so she said any size diapers, newborn through 6, except they're pretty good on size 2s, and any size pull-ups. And then also the Loaded Bun food truck. Lauren will be out there with her amazing burgers. Over 20 vendors and crafters will be out there for the day.
So when this all comes about, any of the vendors in this room, I'm assuming you'll be there, correct?
Absolutely, I'll be there, kind of the ringleader of the whole thing.
Maybe any other vendors in this room today that might be there?
A couple. I mean, we will have Pampered Chef will be there. Labri will be there. We'll have Tupperware. We'll have handmade soaps, handmade candles. I'm just trying to think. The gal that's over here today with the denim shirts, she's
Yeah,
going to
correct,
be
yep.
there. Lots of new vendors that you haven't seen in the area here before.
Okay, so again, visually we'll show this in a moment, but it's coming up in May. So if somebody's looking in right now and hey, I want to be a part of this, it goes to a great cause. Is it too late to contact you? Can they still be a part of it? Or what's the story there?
Actually, we filled up with vendors in under 2 weeks.
You did? Okay.
Yep. And so if they want to partake, they can absolutely come out the day of the event, bring a donation of the diapers or the pull-ups. There, for the Caring Closet, there will be raffle baskets, and the proceeds from the raffle baskets will also go towards the Caring Closet and just help out that way.
I've talked to a lot of different people that have talked about fundraising for diapers, and there is a huge need for diapers because they're not cheap, are they?
No, they are not. I have a granddaughter of my own. She's out of the diaper stage, but they are they're expensive, and it's great that Danielle can use that to help the other the moms in the community.
Yeah, it goes to a great cause.
Absolutely.
And I know
Yep.
there's just a huge, I've never had kids, but obviously we're in a world where there's just a huge drive for diapers, and as you said, they're not cheap. So.
Yep.
All right, let's get a plug in for your business. You've been doing it for a while. Talk about your business
yep,
for me
yep,
in
I'm-
38 words or less. You can do it.
I like to talk.
Yeah,
I've been with Norwex now for 12 years.
Yep.
Norwex is all about reducing the chemicals in your home. We clean
Yep.
with our microfiber and just water. Many products for pets all over the home. We got some new car products also coming out, and this month buy one get one free mop system. So you have a few more days to hook up, and if you need a mop system for free.
And the unique thing, every time we talk, you always have something new, don't you?
We do, and a few things I can't let the cat out of the bag that are
Sure,
launching
sure.
on April 1st. But
Oh,
stay tuned
okay.
for those. They'll be limited editions.
Oh
So
my goodness.
while supplies
Okay.
last.
Keep me in suspense,
Oh,
Tammy.
yep,
Yes.
yep.
Hey, always a pleasure to talk to you. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
So on this portion of the update, we're down here at Murray's on Main to end March on Saturday, March 28th. Annual Sip and Shop going on down here at Murray's on Main. They have one of these in the fall on deer hunting weekend, and they have another one in the spring. And this one is going on, as we said, on Saturday, March 28th. We want to thank everybody that was nice enough to talk with us. We hope you enjoyed it here on the network. All right, the update continues. We're down at the Brick Sip House, talking with America Fusianis. Now, you guys just recently purchased the Brick Sip House. I want to talk about that in a moment, but very unique first name, but there's a story behind it, right?
Yes, I was due on the 4th of July, but born on the 2nd, and that's how I got my name, America Fusianis.
Okay, now, not too long ago, you and your husband, Jerry, took over the Brick Sip House. How's it been going for you?
It's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful experience. We took over in November. We've added to the Brick Sip House Brick Productions. That's a comedian club that the comedian comes in once a month. We at least try to get one once a month. They come out of Minneapolis and Chicago and different areas. And John DeBoer was here not too long ago, and he's been telling a lot of his comedic friends. So they're all wanting to come to the Brick Sip House in Toma now.
I know I talked with Jerry prior to you guys even taking over. He wouldn't elaborate, but he said we're going to do a lot of different things, and you certainly have, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. We also do theater dinner shows, murder mystery shows. We just did Do Not Resuscitate, which was a comedian. It was a comedian type of play. People were eating, and they interact with the actors and the theater, and people seem to really enjoy it.
So it's very unique, and you've made it very unique, and I'm sure there's things down the road you maybe can't talk about, but I'm sure some new stuff's still coming down the road,
Yeah,
right?
we are very excited. Very excited to serve the community of Toma and Sparta area.
All right, now, ribbon cutting coming up for you.
Yeah.
Very shortly. That's why
Yes.
we're down here today. On the 1st of April, ironically, it's April 1st.
Yeah.
It's called, the name of your new business is what?
Brick and Bean.
And it's all, now, I'm not a coffee drinker, so walk me through this, but you've been in business for a little bit back, in part of, again, it's part of the Brick Sip House.
Yep.
Easy to find, right across from the library. You can see your sign, that's the door you're going. But so take me back, how does this idea come about?
Well, we had bought the Brick Sip House, and there was an empty room in the back. It was very charming, but it wasn't being used. And the Brick Sip House is closed during the day, so I thought we could put a coffee house here in Toma. I mean, we did have the baker's table here for a while, but when they closed up, it kind of left people in a lurch of where to go and kind of sit and just catch up with friends and family. And I thought to myself, we should put a coffee house in here for Toma. It would be a great place for people to kind of come during the day, sit and relax, talk, catch up with friends. And Jerry thought, yeah, that's a great idea. Well, I went back to the hospital where I used to work and talked to some of my nurses' friends, and they told me about Bella Goose. And Bella Goose is a coffee company out of the Dells. They actually roast their own beans, and I tasted their coffee. It was phenomenal. And I think it's because they roast it and then they serve it, so it's the freshest type of coffee you can get. And happened to be the owner from Bella Goose is from Toma, small world.
Yeah.
So I decided, yes, perfect partnership. So they decided to sell me the beans wholesale, and I do believe Franklin and Sparta also sells Bella Goose, but we also sell the syrups as well. And the community of Toma seems to enjoy it and love it. They've been here pretty much every day for the last 2 weeks. We've been open for our soft open, but today's our grand opening.
So as I mentioned earlier, America, I'm not a coffee drinker, but if I came down here, could you sell me on it? Could I become a coffee drinker?
Well, I think you could be. My husband Jerry is not a coffee drinker either. We've been married for 27 years, and he loves the smell of coffee, but he doesn't like the taste of coffee. But since I've been serving Bella Goose, he's finally tasted the Bella Goose coffee, and he had his first latte, which is coffee-based, and he drank it all. It was iced caramel latte. So we have different drinks that we offer here. We have the sweet drinks, which are usually your lattes for the sweet forward people who like a lot of sweetness in their coffee, and then we have our espresso based coffees for people who are more coffee forward flavor connoisseurs. I'm trying to base my coffee shop on a European menu, so I do serve traditional macchiatos, which are not like Starbucks macchiatos, they're traditional European. So they're 2 ounces of espresso with just a dollop of cream. We do have the cordados, which is 2 ounces of espresso with warm milk. It's a Spanish word meant cut with milk. But the iced lattes are really good for the people who like sweetness, or the hot lattes as well if you want to warm up. And now we have our cold brew. with our cold foam, which is really taken off. That's been available for the last 2 days, I want to say. So we've got lavender and we've got vanilla.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, not being a coffee drinker, but if somebody came in and maybe there's a type of coffee out there that you don't have, or is there maybe a type of coffee that's kind of on your bucket list you hope to have if you look ahead? Can you help me out there?
Well, I mean, we do have all the flavors of coffee that we're probably going to serve. I may change it up through Bella Goose, but I think that if you were to walk in and you were wanting to explore and start out with something a little more sweet, a little less coffee flavor for you, and offer you maybe a a latte or iced latte. But eventually we are going to have teas on the menu. I just want the girls, the baristas, to get really good at making coffee. But eventually we're going to do iced teas and hot teas and things like that for people who are not coffee lovers.
All right, certainly, short time in America, you've been open down here with the new business in the back of the Brick Sip House. Obviously, people have come in having no clue what they want. What do you sell them on when that happens?
I usually talk about Bella Goose and what they stand for, and how the coffee is so fresh. And then I let them lead the conversation. Are they looking for the real coffee experience, or are they looking for more of a sweeter profile? And then I build from there, from what their flavor profiles are. Some people just want vanilla or caramel, but we do have unique flavors too, like lavender and butter pecan, which a lot of coffee shops do not incorporate in their menus. So.
Now, so for your ribbon cutting up next, that's what people are going to see on this Wednesday, April 1st. You have pastries down here today also, right? Is that
Right.
something you plan on keeping here or not?
Yes. Pastries will be available every day from 5:30 in the morning till 8:30 at night, with the exceptions of Sunday, which we close at 5 p.m. on Sunday. But yes, the pastries are freshly baked. They're baked overnight and served in the morning. We have scones, fresh scones. We have danishes. We have cookies, and we have muffins. Multiple flavors.
And at the ribbon cutting, are you going to introduce your staff? You've got a pretty good sized staff, don't you?
Yeah, I have a pretty good group of girls. They're all coffee connoisseurs themselves.
Sure.
And they've been wonderful and fun to work with. I love having them here, and they love working here. We work together to build our recipes, and as a matter of fact, as we take flight with the launch of the new business, each one of them will be making their own recipe, and I will be highlighting them on our billboard and in our advertisement for each barista who makes that recipe special.
Let's just recap what you kind of touched on earlier, America. Your hours down here right now are what?
5:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m.
Okay.
And on Sunday we close at 5 p.m., but we're still open at 5:30 in the morning.
Okay. And for the people that have come into your business, new business, which has been open for a couple of weeks as we touched on, what's the general consensus? I'm assuming a lot of positive feedback you're getting?
Oh yeah, I've had great positive feedback. I haven't had any negative, even though I've searched for it, I have not found it. Because we're testing out our recipes, and I've given away a lot of free samples to people, wanting that feedback. They all love the coffee, they all love the syrups. I haven't had one complaint, and I've tried to get the criticism back. I want to make sure that we're hitting the expectation of Toma community, and my doors are open to anybody who has suggestions in the community.
Sure.
That maybe they have a special drink that they love and they think would work well. I'm open to hearing any considerations or suggestions that our community has.
So for the ribbon cutting up next, the ribbon cutting for the brand new business down at the Brick Sip House, bottom line is, when you and Jerry bought the Brick Sip House a while back, this was not on your bucket list, was it?
No, it was not on our bucket list. It was my husband Jerry. He's always thinking, he's always moving.
Yep.
And the Brick Sip House came up for sale, and he's like, "Hey, we should buy that." And we've talked about buying a business for many, many years, but we would talk about it, and it would kind of go away, and we'd talk about it and go away, and then eventually, when this came up, he's like, "We're buying it," and I'm like, "Oh, we are." And the next day, he moved some money around. He's like, "We're buying it in the next 2 days." I'm like, "Okay, let's go."
Tony went on the update with America Fusianis. Her and her husband Jerry recently bought the brick sip house on Superior Avenue. Next thing we're going to see is the ribbon cutting. Now, how good are you are at cutting ribbons? Are you good at that?
I think so.
Have you been thinking about that?
I think I'm ready. I'm
Are ya?
ready. Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm ready.
Hey, I think you are too. Hey, thank you for sitting down and talking with me. It's a great idea, a great business, and thank you for sitting down with me and making people aware of it. And as I said, the next thing you'll see is the ribbon cutting down here. Thank you again.
Yes, thank you. And thank you to the town of Toma for supporting us and being here and loving coffee as much as I do.
So we're inside the Brick and Bean right now, which is part of the big sip house on Superior Avenue. They're going to have their ribbon cutting coming up next. And that's what you'll see as the update continues. Alright, we're outside
All right.
for the ribbon cutting now.
There's a few people that aren't here. Mel's in New Zealand. We'd like her to be here.
Just wave.
Here, Greg.
So you're missed.
I just go to the left.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, cut.
It's not cold out here, really. That's good. Does everyone have the pictures that they want and need? Everybody good? All right. So we'll go ahead
Thank you guys all for coming out. We have some free coffee. Actually, it's not free. We had to buy it from Jesse. But he gave us a great deal.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who's here supporting Brick and Bean and our community. We feel blessed to serve our community and be a part of this adventure.
We do want to thank the Chamber for being as kind as they are and supporting us, as well as the community, the media. Thank you very much, Shahan. Jesse is over here from Belarus, so make sure to ask him all the questions that you can as to why the beans cost as much as they do.
But they're so good!
That's fine.
But thank you. It's cold out here. Let's go get some stuff.
America, can you introduce your staff?
But hang on. I stepped on Tina's
No.
moment.
I
Tina
was
has
simply-
something she needs to say.
No, I was simply going to say, do you want to tell us the best way to find you, your hours, how to order coffee?
Well, I'm right here. But no, we're available online, brickandbean.com. You can order online there. We'll deliver to you. You can come pick it up. We have our inside open during the day. We have the bourbon bar separated from the coffee bar, so it's nice and quaint. Lots of people have been here. We saw a father and son teaching chess today. It was a lot of fun to watch. So do come in to the warm part of the building, and thank you guys for coming out. Yeah.
Introduce staff. I'm going to bring them out. And this is Bryn. And this is our manager, Haley Pedersen. My friend Kathy. I am the daughter. So they have been a great support, and without them, I wouldn't even be here. Especially cold like here.
Delivery people.
So we just met the staff, and people heading back in on this windy Wednesday to start April 2026. Down here at the Brick and Bean, part of the Brick Sip House. Ribbon cutting you just saw a moment ago. So we're kind of behind the counter down here now. Very nice trim out for this grand opening. So this is where you would walk in the front door at the Brick City House. You come through this door right here. And then, just bear with us here, we're going to walk through the Brick City House. A lot of people down here, as you can see. So we're walking through the Brick City House.
Everything's all mixed and just like,
And
I'm not gonna break this thing.
we're heading back to where we just were a moment ago. They just started ribbon cutting the brick and beam right to the store back here. It's that simple to find, very easy to find. You can see a lot fewer people here right now. All right, we'll be out at the Brick Sip House to kick off April 1st, Wednesday, April 1st. This is the front of the Brick Sip House, 800 Superior Avenue. This is the side of the Toma Public Library. And right across the street, the public library is the Brick and Bean. And you've been looking at their ribbon cutting on Wednesday, April 1st. I want to thank America Fujianis for talking with us earlier. We hope you enjoyed it. Ribbon cutting for the Brick and Bean, located behind the Brick Sip House on Superior Avenue. They've been open for a couple weeks. Great place. Check them out. We hope you enjoyed it here on The Update.